Honorable Earl Jarrett, OJ, Chief Executive Officer, the JN Group, Ms. Delia Harris, our guest speaker, Mr. Paris Liuai, Chairman, JN Foundation, Ms. Claudine Allen, General Manager, JN Foundation, Scholarship Award recipients, parents and guardians, JN Group and JN Foundation employees, good afternoon. We are here this afternoon to celebrate the achievements of over 37 award recipients. They worked hard and spent endless hours studying to master the various PEP subjects. Some of them would have done so under extenuating situations related to online learning. They have achieved success, and we are really happy about their accomplishments. We applaud you, JN scholars. Parents and guardians, we also acknowledge you for the fine work that you did to help them prepare. We are quite aware of the many sacrifices you made to ensure their success. Congratulations to you too. It is my pleasure to be your chairperson to guide the proceedings of the PEP Scholarship Awards for 2021 as we salute and pay tribute to our 37 JN scholars under the theme, Create, Explore, Inspire. In keeping with the theme, I will be asking some of our JN scholars to volunteer to share something they created or share something new they learned because they explored, or to talk about someone who inspires them. Now, even though this is a virtual event, it will be very engaging and interactive. For our guests, you can actively participate by using the chat to send congratulatory messages to our awardees, and I'll read some of those comments. Ms. Claudine Allen, General Manager of the JN Foundation, believes that providing opportunities for young people is extremely important. She will now greet you in a video presentation.
The Honorable Earl Jarrett, Deputy Chairman and the Chief Executive Officer of the Jamaica National Group, Mr. Paris Liuai CD, Chairman of the Jane Foundation, and other members of the Board of Directors of the Foundation, scholarship recipients or guest speaker, other guests, members of staff of the Jane Foundation, and the Jane Group. Ladies and gentlemen, young adults, boys and girls, good afternoon. It is an absolute pleasure to welcome you to the Jane Foundation PEP Scholarship Awards being held this year under the theme Create, Explore and Inspire. Thank you for accepting our invitation to join us here this afternoon for this very special occasion as we recognize and pay tribute to the 37 PEP Scholarship recipients who have excelled this year and are joining us on this journey of educational excellence. In the past, we would have gathered at the Halfway Tree branch of Jane Bank, and we would have met in person and celebrated together. Now, while COVID means that we are meeting virtually and we can't be in the same space, we want to stay safe, it doesn't mean we're not as excited and as proud as you as we have been in the past. It doesn't take away from this grand occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Jane Foundation, the philanthropic arm of the Jamaica National Group, acts on purpose to enrich lives and build communities. We undertake several sustainable community projects, and among all of them, the PEP Scholarship Program is the one we hold most dear in our hearts. It is a very meaningful initiative for us. Since inception of this program all the way back in 1983, hundreds of students have benefited from financial assistance that we provide. This year, we are here to salute 14 parish scholars, 3 Jane Bank Easy Save County Scholarship recipients, and 20 children of Jane Group employees who have been awarded for their outstanding work. Additionally, there are about 100 other scholarship recipients who have been awarded over the past 4 years, and they continue on their journey with us this year. The selection process for us this year was a little difficult. We received almost 550 applications. Now, this high number means that there is great need for assistance, and we are happy that we are able to assist in this way. To you, our scholarship recipients, you have demonstrated that you have the grit and the strength of character to beat the odds. Just think about what you have experienced over the past year because of COVID. This confirms that you are special and your hard work has paid off. We celebrate your awesomeness. Remember though, this step is just the first part of your journey in high school. You've got between 5 or 7 more years to continue to excel, and we are confident that you will thrive for the rest of the period. I want to leave this quote with you. It's a quote from the former South African president and civil rights advocate Nelson Mandela. He says, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." Remember to use your education and to tap into your JN network, and together we can change the world. Congratulations again. Have a fabulous afternoon.
Thank you, Ms. Allen, for your warm welcome. Remember, our theme is Create, Explore, Inspire. Now, let's look at the first aspect of the theme, which is Create. JN scholars, did you know that KFC has a fascinating story regarding its origin? Colonel Saunders created a recipe for fried chicken and sold chicken meals from a roadside restaurant. He experienced some setbacks which resulted in the closure of his restaurant, but he never gave up on his dream. Today, there are 25,000 KFC restaurants in over 145 countries. The lesson I want you to take away is that when you create something, others may not see your vision. So never let this discourage you. Never give up on your dreams. At this time, I would like one scholar to share something you created or you are thinking of creating. And we're eagerly awaiting to hear from one of our geniuses. That is, to share something that you created or you are thinking of creating. All right, and Cameron Betten has his hand up. Go right ahead, Cameron.
Well, good afternoon. I'd like to express my creativity through the literary art. This specific poem was created due to my HSLE teacher asking that I create a poem entitled My True Self. Do you want me to read it?
Go right ahead, Cameron.
My true self. Who is my true self? Truth is, I do not really know. Maybe it's my subconscious, the part of me that just goes with the flow. The part of me that does not question the things I do and makes me seem like a serious fool. The part of me that knows the result of 2 plus 2 and that when you eat you must chew. The part of me that knows how to be indifferent and how to love. My true self may even be the very emotional part of me that likes to see people smile and laugh, or the other part of me that gets angry over very minuscule things that someone, whether it's serious or just for fun. My true self could even be the part of me that even when I'm not safe, I am fine. Truth is, my true self is the whole me, the same me that likes to see people laugh and smile, the same me that gets angry over very minuscule things, the same me that knows how to be indifferent and to love, the same me that knows 2 plus 2 and the result has the result as 4, and the same me who loves to read and to write. All of this is me, my true self, Cameron Beck.
Wow, absolutely brilliant, Cameron, and that deserves a standing ovation. Well done. As a financial institution, we are also committed to helping adults and young people to learn about financial literacy. Jane Bank promotes the concept that savings is integral to national development. I now welcome Diamond King, Acting Youth Banking Officer of Jane Bank, who will give you some pointers that you can use to create wealth and become good money managers. Please help me to welcome her.
Mr. Dorian Harris, Chairperson, the Honorable Earl Jarrett OJ, Chief Executive Officer of the JN Group, Mr. Paris Luai, CD Chairman, JN Foundation, Ms. Delia Harris, our guest speaker, JN Group, JN Foundation employees, scholarship award recipients, parents and guardians, good afternoon to you all. Congratulations, JN scholars, on your outstanding performance in this year's primary exit profile. We're very proud of your achievement. Applaud yourselves. You did well. For the past 20 years, as an organization, we've been going into schools to encourage children to get into the habit of saving. Unfortunately, the pandemic caused you to be away from your physical school. Hence, we had to put the outreach activity on hold. Some of you would have been familiar with the JN School Savers program at your previous school. Recently, we've changed the name to JN Bank Easy Save because, as the name suggests, saving can be easy, especially if you make it a habit. 3 of our PEP top performers became JN scholars based on their academic performance and for being top students in the JN Bank Easy Save program. They are Ayana Blake, Alia Garden, and Zane Thompson. Please join me in congratulating them. Theme for this award, as Mr. Harris said, create, explore, inspire. We encourage you to create wealth by developing a good saving habit. Explore how you can earn an income from the skills you have so you can further add to your savings. And thirdly, inspire your parents and peers by showing them how disciplined you are at saving. Today, I want to encourage you to develop a habit, the habit of saving. The story goes, a father who wanted to teach his son a lesson about habits took his son for a walk through the garden and asked the boy to pluck a small seedling out of the ground. He grabbed the seedling with his fingers and easily plucked it. The father nodded and they resumed walking. Now you see that small tree over there? Try and pluck that one. It's impossible. I can't do it, the boy replied. You see, my boy, it's the same with habits. If we let them grow and take root, it becomes harder and harder for us to stop them. JN scholars, we want you to develop the good habit of saving so that when you become an adult, this good habit can become so entrenched in you that it will be difficult to uproot like that tree in the story. Persons who develop the savings habit as a child tend to become more responsible with money when they become an adult. If you start the habit of saving now, the habit will always be with you. JN scholars, you can start to develop a saving habit by setting a goal. It's easier to accomplish anything once you have a goal. Your savings goal could be $200 a week, which amounts to $800 a month if you do the math, and you'll see how quickly your money adds up. Now is the ideal time for you to save because you don't have much expenses at this stage in your life like your parents. If you manage your money well, then it will serve you when you need it. And the reverse is the same. If you don't manage your money, you will have none when you really need it. Parents and guardians, you can help your child to develop good savings habits. And here is how. encourage them to save. Help your child to develop a saving habit so they can have money to put aside for something or put aside for a goal. And once they actually have a habit of saving and this savings amount to them doing this goal, they'll feel a sense of accomplishment. You should also encourage them by taking them to the branch with you to deposit their money on a timely basis so they can be more into the routine and also feel as though they've contributed to the savings. And secondly, be a good role model when it comes on to your financial behavior. We all know that children emulate their parents or guardians. So be very cognizant of what you're doing as it relates to savings. Jane scholars, I encourage you to continue to excel in both your school and money management skills. Importantly, remember, start good money habits now and it will be with you for the rest of your life. Remember to create wealth. Explore ways you can use your skills to earn money and inspire others with your good savings habits. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. King. I believe these children will be billionaires after listening to you today. We are pleased to have as our next guest speaker, or rather as our next speaker, Honorable Earl Jarrett, Chief Executive Officer and the Deputy Chairman of the Jamaica National Group. He has created countless opportunities for members and customers, employees and children like you. Please help me to welcome Mr. Jarrett.
Thank you, Chairman Mr. Dorian Harris, our guest speaker, Ms. Delia Harris, Mr. Paris Leoy, Chairman of the Jane Foundation, Ms. Claudine Allen, General Manager of the Jane Foundation, members of the Jane Executive and Management Team, Jane Scholarship Awardees, parents and guardians. A very special good afternoon this Sunday afternoon to you all. And congratulations to the PEP scholars, as you have been told, primary exit profile scholarship recipients present here this afternoon, who will become Jane scholars by the end of this ceremony. I commend their parents and guardians who have put in a tremendous amount of work to prepare them to make the transition to high school. It is well known that it is not only the students who take the PEP examination, because many proud parents can truthfully declare, we took PEP. And that declaration is testimony to their abiding involvement in the education of their children. Ladies and gentlemen, the theme on our program is create, explore, and inspire. It is a suitable fitting for our young children who are stepping into a new space, where they'll indeed learn to create, explore, and be inspired, and to inspire. The new adventure that you are moving into provides you with the opportunity to dream about all possibilities for the future. And yes, to work diligently to achieve and also to enjoy the process. There's a Walt Disney movie called Aladdin, where the theme song was A Whole New World, shining, shimmering, splendid. And for you today, you're about to enter a whole new world, one that will call upon you all of your strength, all of your learnings thus far as you go forward. In this pandemic year, you can recall Sir Richard Branson truly demonstrated the theme, create, explore, and inspire, when he and a team of 5 took off from a launch pad in New Mexico, USA, in his Virgin Galactic aircraft on July 11th, to explore the edge of space. After 17 years of planning, this historic engineering mission was a marvel, in that the craft that went up to the edge of space actually came back down, landed on Earth, and he just walked off. No splashing in the ocean, no special recovery. It was really a marvelous exercise. Richard Branson, as a young person, was always interested in space and allowed his passion and interest to continue for many years. When he could afford it, he then invested in this capsule or in this mission to enable ordinary persons with some money to visit and enjoy and explore space. Over time, it won't be just the rich that will go. His vision is for ordinary persons to go to space. I know many of you would have grown up watching Star Trek, watching Star Wars, and you'd have had an interest in it. It's no different than Richard Branson. I too, as a young person, was always interested in Star Trek. You would all remember this symbol, this sign, where the Vulcans would greet each other with that sign. And in Star Wars, we'll all remember the Jedis and their work in exploring space and fighting in space. In a similar way, you should keep in mind your passions today. There's a gentleman in the room with us today who, as a child, was always interested in rocks and stones and so forth. He then went on to study geography, geology, and he's today our chairman, Mr. Paris Liuayi. So what I'm saying here is that we need to keep our passions alive, keep our visions alive. I had the great opportunity to meet Sir Richard Branson, and I was amazed at his childish curiosity and his down-to-earth mannerisms. And I share with you a photograph of that interaction with Richard Branson. This was Richard Branson, Leon Mitchell, and myself in Montego Bay at a meeting that he kindly decided to accept my invitation to address. And I tell you, the man was as natural as anybody else. He's a billionaire, but you'd never see that. He was just a great person, driven by a clear set of values. He was determined. He was hardworking. He didn't come from a rich background at all, but he had a passion to make a change in the world. And he had a core set of values, no different from ours, to be dependable, authentic, transparent, and respectful. Now, in your journey, in this new world that you enter today, my charge to you is to develop and maintain your authenticity, to continue a lifelong interest in learning. I know that for many of you, schooling and learning was sometimes not seen as being a pleasant exercise. In the new world, you may encounter teachers that have your interest at heart, or they may not. You may encounter people who have your interest at heart, or they may not. But today, you have the basic skills to teach yourself almost anything. And today you have YouTube and all these other aids online to help you to learn anything. I encourage you to be constant learners, constantly curious, as Richard Branson was or is. As you know, your learning journey began when you were a baby in the womb, interacting with what was outside, your mother's movements, how she felt, light coming into the light, depending on where she was on the time of day. So your learning started then. Then when you were born, the ages 0 to 6 was a period in which you probably would have learned the most in life. You learned how to walk, you learned how to talk, you learned how to interact with the environment around you. 0 to 6 was an important stage in your life. We call that the early childhood years. And then you move to primary, where you are today. And now you're going beyond the primary into high school, where what you have learned so far, you should just allow it to progress as you develop over time. Over the years, we at Jamaica National have welcomed excellent academic performance of the majority of our Jane scholars. I'm pleased to note that for many young people have maintained their contact with the Jamaica National Group to express their appreciation and yes, to continue that important journey of financial planning, because that is now going to be the most important thing. Once you leave school, you have to now resist the urge to buy everything that comes across when you get your first paycheck and to set aside savings, because before you know it, you're retiring and you need to ensure that you have a proper pool of funds ready to retire. But before retirement, you need to have a home, you need to have transportation, you need to pursue additional education, and of course, you need to enjoy life. But to enjoy life, you need to plan for that enjoyment. You need to save and prepare yourself. And so While it is crystal clear that the Ministry of Education is striving to carry out its mandate to deliver quality education and training to its citizens, I firmly believe that it is not solely the ministry's responsibility. It is your responsibility. It is your family's responsibility. It is your community's responsibility. It is the companies like Jamaica National's responsibility. And we are living up to that commitment. I'm hopeful that you will help to shape a new world for us. A world that is kinder, a world that is environmentally stable, a world where people respect each other, where people are dependable and transparent in their dealings. And I invite you to be that change. You have the power in your hands right now. You might not think so, but you do. There's a little young lady called Greta Thunberg from Sweden, who is now become a champion for the environment. She was just a little girl about your age when she started this journey. And she has made a big difference, and she has brought a lot of attention to the issues affecting the world. When you think about people like Microsoft's founder, Bill Gates, he was just curious about technology. And he then went on to create Microsoft by simply programming computers to interact with us and to provide great results for us. In closing, I quote Sir Richard Branson again, where he says the best way forward is to give more people everywhere greater power to build their own destinies. And I'm hoping that today we are providing that opportunity for you to build your own destiny. And if we continue to support our young people, we will indeed create, explore, and inspire. Back to you, Chairman Dorian.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jarrett. Scholarship awardees, did you hear that? Mr. Jarrett knows about Star Trek and Star Wars. Wow. Now you have a great charge on your hand. He says he's hoping you will help to create a new world for us. Thank you so much for the lessons you've imparted today, Mr. Jarrett. At this time, I'm going to invite a Jane scholar to share on the second part of our theme, which is explore. You can share something new you learned because you explored. This could be a new topic area since entering high school. And we await to be blown away once more. All right, and I just help you to read again. You can share something new you learned because you explored. This could be a new topic area since entering high school. All right, so you can raise your hand and I'll call on you. All right, I see Almonique Hutchinson. Go right ahead, Almonique.
Sir, a new topic I learned in high school is visual arts. There are 6 main elements of art, and they include lines, shape or form, space, value, texture, and color.
All right, short, sweet, and spicy. Thank you, Almonique. She has taken us to art class today. Well done. Now, I'm going to encourage our guests once more. You can share your congratulatory messages in the chat and we'll read as much of them as we can later on in the program. Our next speaker is Paris Liuai, chairman of the JN Foundation. He loves children and has explored many initiatives in his capacity as chairman to improve the well-being of citizens. Please help me to welcome Mr. Liuai.
Thank you, Dorian. Honorable Earl Jarrett, Deputy Chairman and CEO of the Jamaica National Group and Director of the JN Foundation. Our guest speaker, Ms. Delia Harris, welcome back again. Claudine Allen, our General Manager of the JN Foundation. Scholarship recipients, parents and guardians, other guests, members of staff of the JN Foundation and the JN Group. Ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon to all of us on this lockdown afternoon. We're locked in together in spirit. I am so happy to be here this afternoon to share in this event as we congratulate our 2021 Jane Foundation scholarship recipients. This must be a proud moment for the recipients, their parents, guardians, family members, their teachers and friends. When one is awarded a scholarship, it is usually an indication of excellent academic performance and outstanding ability. Indeed, this holds true with our Jane scholars who have excelled in spite of the challenges during this pandemic. I congratulate you even more because I remember that when I was in your age range, I had measles and then chicken pox. So I lost many school days, and it was very difficult for me to catch up when I went back to school. So your achievement is so much greater during these extraordinary times. This afternoon, I want to encourage our scholarship winners to continue to work hard. And not everyone was awarded such an opportunity. As disclosed by our general manager, Claudine Allen, earlier, more than 500 persons applied for these scholarships. And you were among the 37 to be selected as recipients. Do the math. 37 out of 500. This is about 7.4%. Your performance and your relationship with Jamaica National earned you this award. You have all done well. But my young friends, new Jane scholars, let me warn you strongly. This is not the end of the line. You have not arrived. You cannot now sit back and relax, because getting the scholarship and getting to high school is just another beginning when you will have to work even harder in this new environment with new people, new friends, new challenges. You will have to work harder for the next 5 to 7 years at a higher level. As a JN scholar, you will need to excel not only in the academics, but in the extracurricular areas as well, to build your character for the working world, which includes building your self-confidence and being able to speak up for yourself at all times. And perhaps Miss Delia Harris will help you and give you some tips for this, because she was excellent at this, both as a student extraordinaire and as a person who has excelled in extracurricular activities. You will also have to overcome unsavory peer pressure. What is this? It means keeping away from bad company, being sidetracked, and getting lazy. You have to continue to excel and remember that you're JN scholars. Then there is the next step to tertiary education and another 40 to 45 years in the working world before retirement. And Mr. Jarrett just indicated to you the habits that you need to do and what you need to do to be able to enjoy that retirement. So this is your starting point, JN scholars. You will have to continue improving on your studying and working habits, always striving for excellence, and make it a lifetime way of life, a lifetime way and habits that will serve you well through your life. In my early years, I too received scholarships to complete my education, and I am still grateful. I was so honored, as that investment in my future enabled me to contribute to my country and helped to provide me with a solid foundation during my high school and university years for a solid professional life. Your pursuit of education and excellence is being fueled by Jamaica National. We believe in your ability to excel, and we want to help you to maximize your high school journey. According to Brad Henry, an American lawyer, and I want you to listen to this carefully, both recipients and parents, no other investment yields as great a return as the investment in education. An educated workforce is the foundation of every community and the future of every economy. End of quote. This statement is so true. And for our country to move forward and take its rightful place in the world, we have to ensure that our people are properly educated. The Jane Foundation is happy to invest in our young people by awarding these scholarships. But you also must remember that you, scholarship winners, you also have to play your part and use the opportunity wisely and not waste it. You need to work hard and continue to be high achievers, to make your parents proud, to let the world know that JN scholars are champions. JN scholars are achievers. JN scholars do well at all occasions. I am sure your parents can share how relieved they are that some of the financial cost of your educational expenses will be covered for the next 5 years, even though some of you may be too young now to appreciate that implication. But I'm not letting them off the hook. Parents, you will have to be with these winners throughout their high school experience to give them the emotional and general support as they face their challenges and will always need your support. No one should have their education limited due to lack of finances. One of the most important scholarship benefits for society is that scholarships gives out engineers, doctors, academics, nurses, lawyers, entrepreneurs, and scientists from backgrounds that will make traditional college financial aid hard to secure. Having more people in these professions is better for us as a society and helps us fill any employment gaps that would otherwise go unfilled. As a JN scholar, there are certain perks that you will get, such as networking. When you're awarded a scholarship, you will be able to network with other people who have also won the award, as you are likely to be in the same academic field. This can provide huge networking bonuses when you have graduated. When you apply for jobs with a scholarship on your resume, it shows that only not did you work hard in school, but you worked hard before. And there is a potential that you will be a good employee. JN scholars, you're all about to start an exciting chapter in your education and personal development. We at the Jamaican National Foundation are pleased to be here to support you. So once again, congratulations and wish you all the very best for the future. God's blessings with you all. God's blessings be with you all.
Thank you so much, Mr. Liu for those timely reminders. JN scholars are champions, and we believe in you. Our scholarship recipients are high achievers, not just in academics, but they also explore the performing arts. At this time, Ayana Blake, JN Bank Easy Save County Scholar for Surrey, will present an item.
Good afternoon, everyone. First, I would like to say congratulations to all the scholarship recipients. And as we embark on our high school journey, we may feel as if we want to give up. So, this is just a reminder to not give up because it is all in the Lord's hands. Don't Give Up by Janet Mulally. Don't give up or don't give in. It's all in the Lord's hands. No matter what you're facing, He's the one that can. In any situation, His face can turn it around, and His love does abound. The beginning and the end He knows, and all that's in between. So put your total trust in Him. To Him, it's all foreseen. He knows about your struggles. He knows about your pain. your hardships and your struggles, and He will help you to reign. So don't give up and don't give in. Don't quit before it's time. God's grace will give you power to make it to the finish line in His way and time. Thank you.
Wow, just beautiful, beautiful Ayana. Don't give up. It is all in God's hand. Thank you so much, Ayana. Our next speaker, Jada Myers, Parish Scholar St. Elizabeth, received a 5-year award in 2016 to attend Hampton School and has been on the honor roll since grade 7. She is currently awaiting CSEC results and is planning to move on to 6th form. Please help me to welcome Jada.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon.
Hello, Jada.
Happy, excited, beaming with pride, looking forward to the future, and elated to be a JN Scholar. Hopefully, aptly describes how this year's scholarship recipients are presently feeling. Good afternoon to all distinguished guests, the guests of honor, and to all the well-wishers on this Zoom platform. I am Jada Myers, a JN Scholarship recipient for 2016 from the parish of St. Elizabeth. I am indeed feeling honored and humbled at the same time to be asked to offer words of wisdom and encouragement to this year's scholarship recipients, having been in a similar situation 5 years ago. And boy, does time fly. I remember as if it were yesterday when I was on my way to visit my uncle in Kingston, having been on summer vacation, when my father got a call to say my name was in the newspaper as a JN scholarship recipient. I literally felt as if I would jump out of my seat to celebrate with the sheer joy I felt. I knew I had worked hard to gain a place at the school of my first choice, Hampton School, and had really secretly hoped for a scholarship and was beyond myself when I realized that this dream had materialized. For me, becoming a JN scholar was not by accident or chance, but by hard work. Prior to that honor, I had at the time achieved the highest honor of becoming head girl of my primary school at Top Hill Primary. I mention this to say that your attitude is what will determine your altitude. To get to this point of being honorees, your attitude must have been good, especially considering the drastic change and challenges over the past 2 years, from going from face-to-face interactions to virtual school. And for that, I really commend you on your accomplishment. Well done. But as I emphasized, your attitude will determine your altitude. So I encourage you to not only start with the right attitude, but to continue with it. Discipline and consistency are key. Having completed 5 years of high school has not been easy. There have been days when I have felt very discouraged, whether it was due to the challenges with a particular subject or not scoring as high on a test as I had anticipated. But the key is always to persevere, and what motivated me to persevere a lot of the times was when I remembered in the back of my mind that I have a scholarship to maintain, which I did not see as an obligation, but an opportunity. And I knew that maintaining this scholarship kept my door of opportunity open. And at this time, when the earning power of many persons has been compromised, it has become an even more meaningful opportunity. It certainly offsetted the cost for my parents to send my sister and I to high school at the same time. Through all the challenges that you will face in high school, do not doubt yourselves and your capabilities, as doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. According to Jungkook of BTS, and I know there must be a couple BTS fans here, life isn't about being perfect. It's about accomplishing your dream. My dreams are many, and I am yet to achieve many of them. But through dedication and consistency over the 5 years of high school, I have managed to maintain a gold award average of 85 and above, and have obtained CSEC passes in mathematics and principles of business in 4th form, and was selected as a sub-prefect in 5th form. Even though your core focus will be academics, try to be rounded students by developing interest in clubs and societies, as this will help you to become more rounded individuals. and will help to open the doors for many more opportunities in the future. I am also a proud Girl Guide and a Key Club member. As I anxiously await my CSEC results, I am hopeful, knowing that I put in the work and that part of my motivation came from being a JN scholar. As this year's scholars begin high school, I charge you to be the best of yourselves and to be very good ambassadors of the JN Foundation, in the same way that Jamaica National is doing a fantastic job at being a good ambassador to Jamaica and Jamaicans through the fulfillment of corporate and social initiatives. Thank you for this opportunity, JN, and to the new ambassadors, walk good and strive to create, explore, and inspire. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Jada, for sharing your experience, which has served to motivate our young Jane scholars to make the best use of their time and to take their education seriously. We wish you all the best in your academics. Again,
That is a JN scholar.
Wow, and she's a JN scholar.
Yep.
Thank you. Again, we will be favored with an item from another JN scholar. At this time, let's welcome Deshaun Daly, 2021 Staff PEP Scholar.
Pleasant good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Deshaun.
Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul. I'll worship his holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul. I'll worship your holy name. The sun comes up, it's a new day dawning. It's time to sing your song again. Whatever may pass and whatever lies before you, let me be singing when the evening comes. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul. I'll worship his holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul. I'll worship your holy name. You're rich in love and you're slow to anger. Your name is great and your heart is kind. For all your goodness I will keep on singing. 10,000 reasons for my heart to find. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul. I'll worship his holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul. I'll worship your holy name. And on that day when my strength is failing, the end draws near and my time has come. Still my soul sing your praise unending. 10,000 years and forevermore. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul. I worship his holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul. I worship your holy name. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Oh my soul. I'll worship your holy name. Sing like never before. Oh my soul, I'll worship your holy name. I'll worship your holy name. I'll worship your holy name.
All right, Deshaun. Now the church could say amen to that one. Is this our next rising star? Could it be X Factor or The Voice? Well done, Deshaun. When you're a Jane Scholar, you have all rights to bless the Lord. The third part of our theme is inspire. To inspire means to spur or motivate someone to do or feel something. At this time, I'm going to invite one of our Jane Scholars to share with us who inspires him or her and why. The question again, who inspires you and why? All right, so scholars, you can just raise your hand and I'll acknowledge you. All right, I think I'm seeing a hand coming up. All right, you can go right ahead and raise your hand. Okay, Ebony, is your hand raised? Okay, you're physically raising, not virtually. All right, go right ahead, Ebony Jade.
My mother inspires me. She is a hard worker and she ensures that my sister and I basic needs are met.
All right, to the point. Wow, where is mommy? I'm sure there's a smile over there. Mommy inspires me. And I'm sure all of the moms and dads on this line have been inspirations to all of these brilliant scholars. Our guest speaker has a familiar face and a name that is well known. She is Dahlia Harris, a communication specialist and media personality, and she will be sure to inspire you. She is CEO of DMH Productions, an independent production company specializing in theater, television, and film content, and is dedicated to providing employment for creative talent. She is also the founder of the Jamaica Women in Theater Festival, which creates opportunities for women in theater. She has written, produced, and directed several stage and television productions and has been inducted into the Caribbean Hall of Fame for her work in theater. She also copped multiple awards and nominations as a producer, writer, and actress. Miss Harris holds a double major in English and Media and Communications from the University of the West Indies, where she also pursued a master's in communication for social and behavior change. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Miss Harris.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. How are you doing?
We are fine.
My Jane Scholars are in the house. Everybody, Jane Scholars, where are you? Yes, I want to make sure we're up, we're awake, we are ready. All right. So today we're going to have a little chat about create, explore, and inspire. Abraham Lincoln says, life is not about what is given to you. It's about what you create. And I know, especially in this time, it's been challenging for everyone. And sometimes when as adults, we talk about how challenging COVID-19 is and how challenging the pandemic is, sometimes we don't remember that it is extremely challenging for our children. It's the ability not to be able to go to class, not to see your friends, not to do all the things that you want to do. But you know what? It's the ability to do all of the things that you never got to do in the first place. I noticed when we were talking, the chairman said we're here on lockdown Sunday. And I thought to myself, Yes, Chairman. But you know, if it was a lockdown Sunday, would we have been able to have the JN ceremony? And I see chats coming in from relatives in England, relatives in Cayman, people from all over the world being able to participate in this moment. Otherwise, they would have been at home and they would have probably seen a picture and not been able to do it. So as much as the pandemic has brought a lot of challenges, there are a lot of opportunities, and we have to see them and we have to create from them. Now people feel in order to create, you have to have the perfect environment. Sometimes people ask me, Delia, when you're writing, do you go into a room and there's mood lights and no. Some of the greatest things that have ever been invented in this world did not come out of an ideal situation. And I'm going to share some of them with you. First of all, creativity comes from a need, which means if we never lack something, we wouldn't create it. So sometimes we don't have something and we complain, why I don't have that? Why that not exist? It's because we're waiting on someone like you to create it. I'll give you a simple one. The bread clip. Everybody in here has seen the clip on the bread, right? Right, scholars, if you have to do this, let me see. Yes, because sometimes mommy said, why you tie up the mouth of the bread bag, put on back the clip, the bread clip. Floyd Paxton thought of the idea of the bread clip because he was on an airplane and he needed to reseal a bag of snacks. He didn't have any way to reseal the bag, and he's reseal the bag or lose a whole bag of snacks. So what did he do? Out of a whim, he took out a piece of plastic and created the bread clip. And look how much bread have bread clips today. Can we buy bread without a bread clip? No. So that creates creativity also comes from criticism. It's not always something that we see positive. Sometimes it's something somebody says, and because they say it and you don't like it, or it's not very favorable, but it happens. How many people? How many people have had potato chips? Have we had potato chips? Ebony Jade, have you had potato chips? Yes, ma'am. I'm sure you have. Thank you, Deshaun. So, the hotel chef, George Crumb, enjoyed a wonderful knack for cooking. This was way back in 1853. Now, Crumb thought he was the greatest chef of all times, especially for his fried potatoes. But a miserable guest come and taste the potatoes and said, no, this is horrible. They're too thick. They're too soggy. The potatoes have no taste. I don't want it. Take it back to the chef. Crumb was so mad because not many of us can handle criticism. Him said, watch me and him. So because he said the chips were too thick, him cut them thin to spite the guest. Because the guest said the chips have no taste, him sprinkle salt on it and say, watch me and him. Look how I put some salt on this, but make sure him eat it. Because he said it was too soggy, him said, okay, I'm gonna make them dry. And he fried the potatoes. Voila, potato chips. When the guest had it, he said, this was the best thing I've ever tasted, ever. And it became the Saratoga chips. And you know right now how popular potato chips are. So we see creativity coming from a need. We see creativity coming from criticism. We also see creativity coming from a challenge. So the Kellogg brothers, John and William, if you ever heard about flakes, you know the Kellogg brothers, they owned a hospital and they were trying to find something that was vegan friendly. They had guests at the hospital that were Seventh-day Adventists, and what they were feeding them, they weren't having it. So they said, all right, what are we gonna do that's gonna make something digestible, kind of like bread, but it don't have in all the things like bread? And so they started to boil wheat to make the dough, but it never turned into dough. They let the wheat boil too long. But when they rolled it out, it started separating into different flat flakes. So they said, they baked it, they tasted it, and that's how we have cornflakes today. That's how we have cornflakes today. So far we see creativity coming out of a need, out of a criticism, out of a challenge. Criticism also comes out of, and creativity also comes out of a lack of resources. Everybody in here, I know, have had chocolate chip cookies. Let me see the chocolate chip cookie. I see you, Miles. I see you. Dashad, I see you. Yes, Chloe, I see you. Chocolate chip cookies. Okay. So Ruth Graves Wakefield, she was preparing chocolate cookies for some of her guests, but then she realized that she was out of baker's chocolate. She didn't have it. So what did she do? She started to chop up some blocks of semi-sweet chocolate, thinking on her feet, and then she just put it in the batter because she assumed that once you put the chocolate in, it was going to spread evenly and they wouldn't even notice that she chopped it up and put it inside of the batter. But instead of it becoming very smooth, voila, yes, you know what happens to chocolate chip when it goes into the cookies. And that's why we have chocolate chip cookies today. So you see how creativity happens? You see how creativity happens? It fills a need. It comes out of a challenge. It comes out of a lack of resources. It comes out of criticism. And guess what? There is no age limit on how you can create. Because one of the things we all love so much, the popsicle. Have we ever had a popsicle in here? Popsicle people, let me see you. That's right. So the inventor of the popsicle was, guess how old? 11 years old. That's right. Frank Epperson mixed some soda powder with water and left it overnight. But like many of us kids would do, he was stirring the soda water and the powder. I think he got tired. He just left the stir in the water and went to sleep. And then when he woke up in the morning, because where he's from is so cold, it froze. So he took the stir up and decided, I wonder if I lick this thing, how it would taste. And that was the popsicle. That was the popsicle. So when we say create, guys, sometimes when we say create, people feel like, oh, creativity, I don't have it. Or creativity, it has to be some special power. Creativity is in every single one of you. Creativity is something that every one of you can tap into, because creativity is about finding something that you love, finding something that resonates with you, finding something that fills a need. Create things that you wish existed. That's a great place to start. So don't create things just, or if you say, I need at home, I wonder how I could fix that. Create things that you wish existed. And part of creating that is also creating the person you are. The reason you're here today as a JN scholar out of 500 people, wow, I can't even imagine that, is because at some point, maybe not even known to you, maybe known to you, you decided that I am going to create a scholar in me. I'm going to create someone who applies themselves. I'm going to create someone who engages with schoolwork. I'm going to create someone who is so great at what I do in school. And that is why you're here today. So we're creating, but you see, exploration, what a thing. Listen, if we were meant to stay in one place, we would have had roots and not feet. We would have been planted like a tree standing in a garden. But because we have feet, it tells you that's why we explore. And what an amazing time to explore in this digital time. There's so many things that you're able to see. Online, you can go visit gardens in Asia. You can go to a library in Africa. You can see animals in Antarctica. You can explore the world from the comfort of your home. There was a time, if you didn't have money, if you didn't have resources, if you never have a visa, the list would go on and on. Exploration would be so limited, and yet people still found a way to explore. Listen, as contentious as he is, we know that Christopher Columbus, because of his exploration, discovered he came upon a new world. But because of his exploration, that new world was exposed to other worlds. Yes? And so exploration is something that not only opens up your minds, but it opens up the minds of so many other people. It allows you to see different perspectives, different ways. How can you be a world changer if you've never seen different perspectives of the world? And you explore right here in Jamaica. Jamaica has some of the most beautiful sights and sounds and flora and fauna, but sometimes we haven't seen one thing because we lock up in our house. Parents, take them out to see the beautiful place that we have, to see the caves, to see, because there's something about the environment that inspires and helps you to create. So you have to explore. Exploration gives us the sense that anything is possible. Exploration leads to knowledge and understanding, and means that you make the world a better place as you explore. New experiences bring us new knowledge. And so let's talk about inspiration. Success, I must tell you, is not final. It's never final. And so we're here today because you've successfully become a JN scholar. But that's not final, because this is putting you on the journey to even more success. And that success will bring more success, because success is continuous work. Success is consistency. Success is doing and doing and doing and not being afraid to do. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. Many people are afraid to fail because they think, oh my gosh, if I fail, my world is going to become undone. Failure is just another step to learning. If you don't fail, you don't know that I'm never going to do it that way again. Listen, do you know why they call it WD-40? Have you ever seen mommy or daddy with WD-40? They call it WD-40 because it took him 40 times to create it. So there was WD 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 39, and then never worked until he got to WD-40. You can imagine, oh my gosh, some of us would have quit at WD-5 and then we wouldn't have known it today. So failure isn't final. But because he kept going and going, that is why he found success. Yes? And it is the courage to continue. That is what counts. So let's talk about inspiration, because a lot of times, and I heard it today, your parents inspire you. I'm sure there's a teacher somewhere that inspires you. I worked with Earl Jarrett for the summer. He doesn't know that he still inspires me, but he was such an inspiration just working with him for one summer and seeing the way he operated and just the kindness he extended to us as staff. So how do we inspire? Already you're inspiring children around you, because I know that all of your classmates, once they heard you are a JN scholar, they must have said, OMG, how did he do that? OMG, how did she do that? So you're inspiring them to work harder. You're inspiring them to apply themselves. You're inspiring them because they know that if they work as hard as you do, if they're as determined as you are, then success comes and reward comes. They know you're a JN scholar because of the work that you've put in and what you've achieved. And so already, all of you have inspired your classmates. All of you have inspired your family members. I see it in the chat. They're saying, we're so proud of you. Oh, how did you do this? Oh, you're so great. So if you think there's an age and inspiration, think again. You don't have to be 50 and over to inspire people. Every single one of you in here right now have already begun to inspire. How do we continue to do this? So when you walk into high school, whether virtually or face-to-face, everybody already knows here comes a JN scholar, which means I'm somebody special, which means she's somebody special, he's somebody special. And so we inspire people through our actions. We can say many things. People will forget what you say, People will forget what you do. People will never forget how you make them feel. That is what inspires them. And so when you walk in, while you walk in with the confidence of a JN scholar, also bear the humility of a JN scholar, of someone who knows that I can achieve, but I am humble enough and kind enough to try to help others as well. Be that person in the group, because when people see just how bright you are, how hard you work, but yet you've still taken the time to be your classmate's keeper, to be the one that helps someone else in the class, that is absolutely inspiring to everyone. Our Olympians have inspired us. Our artists have inspired us. Listen, if Jamaica knows anything about inspiration, is we must tell the world about inspiration. You hear what you are? Jamaica national. I can't stop there. The word Jamaica already tells you that your DNA, your legacy, your history is rooted in greatness, that your legacy, your history is rooted in creativity. If I could have found the person who put ackee with saltfish and who roast the first breadfruit, I would have just hugged them up and kissed them. You can imagine, and who fried the first plantain. Jamaica come up with them things. Yes, who first in Jamaica think about oxtail? All the things we're enjoying now. Listen, the Maroons jerked meat, because if they lit the fire, then the soldiers would know where they are. And so they decided, listen, we have to eat. How is this gonna work? Well, let's dig a pit, put the meat in it, and cover it up. Look at jerk today. All over the world, everybody wants to jerk something or eat Jamaican jerk. And that came out of the Maroon story of lack of resource, out of a challenge, fulfilling a need. So if nobody else knows how to do this, Jamaicans know how to do this, because we are a great nation and it is in every single one of us to do it. I'm so proud to be Jamaican. I'm so proud to be looking at every single one of you, because I feel like Jamaica has the most amazing young people in the world. When I talk with young people, when I sit with young people and I hear the ideas that you have and the vision that you have, we are blessed to have you. So today, I just want to encourage you as you embark on this journey to tell you, you're ready. You are ready. You have all the tools that you need to be the greatest human being in this world. Do not be afraid to create. Don't wait on the right time. The right time to create is always now. And creation doesn't come out of ease. Creation doesn't come out of, it's waiting there to happen. It comes out of a need. It comes out of a lack of resource, of challenge, of criticism. But when it comes, wow, how beautiful, how beautiful. And don't be afraid to explore. Listen, some of the parents in the Zoom now, I know is you connect them, because they don't know how. Took me a little while to get used to this Zoom thing. You see, even this background I'm rocking now, oh my gosh, it took me forever. So you have the resources and the knowledge and the tools to explore and to expand your knowledge and to know the world and to bring your Jamaicanness to the world. And always, always be grateful. Be grateful for who you are, for who you will become, and for all that comes to you, because every single thing that comes your way is going to craft you into the wonderful human being that you're going to become. Thank you, Jane, for giving me the opportunity just to speak with our young stars this afternoon. And I look forward to great things from every single one of you. Bless you.
A round of applause and a standing ovation. Thank you so much, Ms. Harris, for that very practical and relatable presentation. I'm sure our youngsters have been inspired as you have really brought our theme to life today. You spoke with so many hats on. I could hear the festival queen. Scholars, in case you did not know, this is a former festival queen. Awesome, awesome. And the Harris family, I'm sure, is proud. Ladies and gentlemen, we are moving on. Thank you again so much, Ms. Harris. Now, Before we continue, I'll pause just now to read some of the wonderful comments that our guests have been sharing in the chat to inspire our scholars today. And we are seeing the many comments you have sent regarding the performances today, the creative pieces. You've all been saying, well done, great job. We are seeing them. I see here Mary Allen Smith says, congratulations on being awarded a Jane Scholarship. As a Jane Scholar, it is doubtless that you are one of the best of your peers and very deserving. We look forward to seeing wonderful results of your creative work. Every success and a bright future is my wish for you all. Oh, wonderful. We see Claire Blake says, congratulations to Ayana Blake from your family and friends in England, Guyana, USA, and Jamaica. We are proud of you. All right, thank you so much for those wonderful comments. At this time, we will move on to the scholarship presentations. The first set of presentations will be made to our parish recipients who were among the top performers in their respective parishes. And we'll start with Clarendon. Dante Butler, past student of Kellitts Primary, now attending Knox College. Hanover, Almonique Hutchinson, formerly of Bethel Primary and Junior High School, now at Montego Bay High. Kingston, Liana Lamy, coming from St. Aloysius Primary, now at Campion College. Manchester, Tehelia Richards, formerly of Mackintosh Memorial Primary School, now attending the Carteret College. Portland, Joel Lee Knight, coming from Bound Brook Primary, now at Harden High. St. Andrew, Demir Fairclough, past student of St. Richard's Primary, now attending Campion College. St. Anne, Diamond Staines, his alma mater is Tomlinson's Christian Academy and Children's Center. He's now at York Castle High. St. Catherine, Kyle Walker, formerly of Bright Beginnings Educational Center, now at Campion College. St. Elizabeth, Sidonia Nemhard, coming from Hopewell Preparatory School, now at Hampton School. St. James, Zaria Binns, past student of John Rollins Success Primary School, now at Immaculate Conception High. St. Mary, Diamond Lahoud, formerly of Rakabessa Primary School, now at Immaculate Conception High. St. Thomas, D'Ashley McLean, past student of White Horses Primary and Infant School, now at Harden High. Trelawney, Raymond Stewart, her alma mater is Salt Marsh Primary and Infant. She is now at Westwood High. Westmoreland, Jamelia Wright, formerly of Sir Clifford Campbell Primary, now at Hampton School. Congratulations to our parish scholarship recipients. And at this time, it's quite timely to jump back into a few more of our congratulatory posts that you have sent in the chat. And this one I'm looking at just now comes to us from Charmaine Brooks. And Ms. Brooks says, congrats to all recipients. You are amazing. Joining from Florida to send special congrats to my goddaughter, Adriel Jones. Super proud of you, baby girl. Keep shining. All the way from the US of A. Another one comes to us from Venetia Brown Gordon. Mrs. Gordon says, congratulations to all the recipients. Special congrats to Raymore Stewart, my former grade 6 student. I am immensely proud of you. Continue to excel in all you do. And isn't that special coming from the teacher? We will move on now, ladies and gentlemen, in support of this program. All right, let's just backtrack just a little bit. Jane Bank Easy Save recipients at Jane Bank, we believe it is important to encourage savings from an early age. Now, since 2001, we have been going to the schools to assist students to open savings accounts. In support of this program, an award is made to the most outstanding PEP student in each county, who is also an active participant in the Jane Bank Easy Save program. Our awardees today are Middlesex, Aaliyah Gordon from St. John's Preparatory School, now at York Castle High. Sorry, Ayana Blake from Mona Preparatory School, now at Immaculate Conception High. Cornwall, Zane Thompson from Burnt Savannah Primary School, now at Campion College. Congratulations once more to all our county scholarship recipients. And so at this time, just before we proceed, I will pause again to read some more of the very lovely comments that our guests have been sharing in the chat, sending lots of love to our scholarship recipients. And the first one catching my attention here, it says it's coming to us from Kashima Martin. And it says, congratulations to Ashley McLean from St. Thomas, from Jaden and I, joining from England. Wow, Miss Harris mentioned it. It's global. This is from the UK. All right, I see from Zane Thompson. This says, congratulations. All right, so this one is a little tricky. I think Zane, or let me read to the end. Congratulations to Zane Thompson from all your family and friends. Continue to strive for excellence. Job well done. We love you loads. All right, thank you so much for those very inspiring thoughts and sentiments being shared for our children today. We now move on to children of JN employees. This year, we are proud to have 20 recipients who are children of JN employees. Cameron Betton, past student of Northview Christian Academy, now attending York Castle High School. Jordan Newell from St. Andrew Prep, now attending Campion College. Dejario Dixon from Kensington Primary School, now attending Woolmer's Boys School. Adriel Jones, formerly of the Queen's Preparatory School, now attending Campion College. Hannah Lyons, past student of Catherine Hall Primary and Infant School, now attending Herbert Morrison Technical High School. Daniel Sinclair, formerly of Mackintosh Memorial Primary School, now at the Carteret College. Miles Morgan, formerly of Ligony Preparatory School, now attending Harden High School. Deshaun Daly, formerly of Savannah Mar Primary, now at Mannings High. Jaylon Wilson, coming from Kensington Primary School, now at Woolmer's Boys School. Makia Malibret, formerly of Marlborough Primary School, now at St. Mary High School. Ebony Jade Austin, from Kensington Primary School, now at Arden High School. Amira Ben Mohammed, from St. Andrew Preparatory School, now at St. Andrew High. Nadira Binns, formerly of Unity Primary, now attending Mannings High. Dario Winter, from Jesse Paul Primary, now attending Jamaica College. Nia Young, formerly of Woolmer's Preparatory School, now at Holy Childhood High School. Ruel Allen, past student of Frome Kindergarten and Preparatory School, now attending Mannings School. Dejon Barrett, from Catherine Hall Primary and Infant, now at Herbert Morrison Technical High. Selena Brightly, coming from Golden Spring Primary, now at the Queen's High School. Jashane Wilson, formerly of Greater Portmore Primary School, now at Kingston College. Chloe Renee Dakers, past student of Queen's Prep, now attending Holy Childhood High. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to all our employees' children. And now for the final time, I will pause to read some more of our very lovely comments that you've been placing in the chat to motivate our scholars online today. And as I go down there, oh my, it's a multitude of them. It's so hard. Coming from Donnet Price, continue to do well, young ones. The sky is the limit. Congratulations to both you and your parents. And Thelma Young says, congratulations to all the scholars, especially my granddaughter. And everybody knows this one, Nia Young. Love you, Nia. Beautiful. Thank you so much once more for being so kind with the lovely sentiments you've shared for our brilliant scholars today. Cameron Betton, son of our employee, Carol Clark Betton, will now move the vote of thanks.
The Honorable Earl Jarrett, Deputy Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the Jamaica National Group, Mr. Paris Ui, PD, Chairman of the Jane Foundation, fellow recipients, or guest speaker, Ms. Delia Harris, parents, members of staff of the Jane Foundation and Jane, other guests, good afternoon. It is a great pleasure that I have been tasked to thank all of you who have come together to make a foundation edit. You are certainly warmly welcomed at the top of the program by Ms. Claudine Allen. I am grateful for the hard work you and the foundation put into the scholarship program each year that impacts young lives in a major way. Mr. Jarrett, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to acknowledge your hard work. It shows how important Jamaica's future is to you and the entire Jane. Mr. Luai, thank you for giving us some great advice for the future. I assure you, Jane's investment in us will not go to waste. Thank you, Ms. Diamond King, for emphasizing the benefits of saving and developing better money habits to take into adulthood. With all the talk building generational wealth, I challenge my fellow recipients and their parents. I know we enjoyed the talents and performances of Ayana and Sean. Thank you both. Jada, I will personally take your advice to help me through high school and maintain excellence. Ms. Delia Harris, thank you for encouraging us with your story. You are truly a national treasure, and you have certainly made us more eager to be creative, explore possibilities, be inspired by our solutions, and become inspiration ourselves. Our loving, supportive, and determined parents and guardians, you have been with us since the beginning and have never left our side. Thank you for believing in us even when we did not believe in ourselves. Thank you for the sacrifices you continue to make. We love and appreciate. Thanks to the technical team for making sure the program ran as smoothly as possible, working in the shadows to make this event no less exciting and rewarding than if it were in person. Last, but by no means least, thank you, Mr. Dorian Harris, for maneuvering us through the program and maintaining the celebratory. Your presence and skill made this experience a memorable and enjoyable one. I can say with certainty, on behalf of the 2021 JNPEP Colors, a big thank you to JN. We will make your investment worthwhile. Thank you all for attending and have a good evening. Stay safe.
All right, my mic did not want to unmute. Thank you so much, Cameron. Wow, you captured it all. And I think Ms. Harris should be smiling. She's been dubbed the national treasure. Wow, wonderful. You've done an excellent job, Cameron. JN Scholars, as you embark on this new phase of your scholarship journey, I urge you to make today's theme real in your everyday experience. Create, think outside of the box, and come up with innovative ideas and solutions. Many great inventions were made by young people. Explore. There are always new things to learn. Endeavor to learn one new thing each day. Inspire. Be an inspiration to your peers and always set a right example. Identify at least one person who inspires you and seek to draw motivation from that person as you pursue your studies and life's goal. JN Scholars, we wish you every success in your endeavors. And just before we go, we want to capture this very special moment. And so I'm going to invite our JN Scholars to turn on your camera so that at this time we can take a group picture. So get your beautiful smiles out, your brilliant smiles, and get ready. You can't see the camera, but there's a camera somewhere that's gonna take a snapshot of all of us. All right, get ready and wait for it. I'd caution you just to keep smiling. All right, and I don't want your jaws to become tired, so I'll check in with Master Control that we have gotten our perfect capture and we can move right on. Or if they need a more perfect picture, after all, a national treasure is in our frame today. Okay, and I know Miss Harris knows this very well. You're waiting for Master Control. All right, Master Control says they need all cameras on because we need every beautiful and brilliant smile in the frame today. This one will go down in history, JN Scholarship Awards 2021. We cannot leave any man behind, so please get all cameras on. All right, so Cameron, if your camera can come on. Jada. All right, I see Miles. I don't want him to become tired. He has maintained his smile. All right, so we'll count to 3 and we're gonna get a perfect capture. 1, 2, 3, smile. All right, Master Control says we are good to go. Wonderful. Thank you so much, JN Scholars. Thank you all for joining us today at the 2021 staging of the JN Foundation Scholarship Awards. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much again.